Hey, it's Polyhard here, and it is 4:15 on Sunday morning. So I am a Bible believer. I worship God of the Bible, and Sunday, according to the calendar that we have, is the first day of the week. So we know that He did the most powerful works He did on Sunday. In the beginning, He created the heavens and the earth, and guess what He did on day one? Let there be light. So that's like the first thing. So I try to get my most important things out of the way on Sunday. I'm at Quick Trip. I'm at the QT, and it is next to where I work. I work way over there at the Dairy Queen, and it's kind of busy. I guess there's a lot of people from India celebrating a wedding, and they are just out partying, and it's crazy. So I've got my coffee. I've got my mind. Yes, I've got my Blackbeard Creek seasoning. I've got my laptop, and I've got a whole bunch of things going on. One thing I try to like to do is put together all my little tranches of the things that I'm doing, business wise, into a belt, and do all the things bring me back home. I like to get it all out of the way. I am kind of disappointed. I have a friend who has a very small recording studio. He makes his own music, and I had got with him Thursday and Friday and said, let's go ahead and hop over to your studio so I can record The Richest Man in Babylon Continued Stories, which is George Clayson's timeless classic. It went into the public domain, and I had already written the book. So the day it went to public domain, I published my book, which is part 2 of the stories from Arcad and Arunada, Rodon, all these guys, Bonseer, all these guys who were in the book with the original book, and I've written what happened 10 years later. Because in his original book, which it came out originally published as little tracts or pamphlets 100 years ago, in the book there is a sheep trader or a caravan leader, one of the two, it was a caravan leader who told the story about a sheep trader, who was saying, in 10 years' time, I want you guys to be rich. And so my book part 2 picks up 10 years later. That's delicious. So I want to record that, and I've got a microphone on this phone here. Where's my camera? There it is. This is one of those Samsung Galaxy flip phones. It's neat. It actually has 2 microphones, one there and one there, so it could pick up okay sound. But I want a nice, beautiful ribbon microphone or some sort of a beautiful microphone to pick up the rich clarity and all of the nuances that my voice can bring. Not very pretty to look at, but if you can imagine me reading you an audiobook, it would be neat to kind of bring the bass up a little bit, bring the very high end off, and then you could get the natural timbre from what I sound like in my own head. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Polyheart is my name, and the brand that I bring, I need to put that in to a more concise feeling. In the past, I've just kind of worn whatever I want. And this isn't saying I'm going to go out and buy a bunch of suits or anything, but I really do want to represent the person that I'm trying to sell. And I'm not selling by any means, by the shape of the imagination, anything at this time. What I'm doing is, every time you see me, I want to provide value. So when I provide value to you, I want you to say, oh yeah, that's the guy that gives me free nuggets and free gems of, timeless, worthwhile things that I need to put into practice in my own life. Gems of wisdom. And that's really what I want to do. And I don't want to look like a schlub doing it. Because I love you so much. You're my peoples, and you are, to me, a dear, dear representation of my goal. So my goal is the people that I'm called to, the things that I'm supposed to do to accomplish the things for the people, right? The goal is always people. No matter what happens, no matter what you're doing, if I'm cleaning the ice cream machines, writing a book, and selling my Old Bay Spice knockoff brand, it's like, not really Old Bay knockoff, but if you took Old Bay and made it 100% better. What do I mean by that? I mean that if salt is something, then pure pink Himalaya salt put into a lamp is something completely different. Anyway, so when I'm combining all these things together and doing the things all at once, I want to do it in such a way to where it maximizes my time, so I'm not just running around doing all these crazy errands in different ways. So it really kind of made my heart a little bit disappointed, disenchanted, discombobulated, disheveled when my friend said, I don't want to record right now, I'm not really ready, or whatever excuse he used. He said something to the effect of, I need to do it on my own and get a microphone and etc. And I've known that for years. My sound studio is in my house. My house is still being built. I'm not going to do it where I'm at now. So, that being said, I've got 4 things instead of 5 to do this morning at 4:21 in the a.m. on Sunday, and I best be about my Father's business. And whether that's just making extra money on the side, doing weird jobs, to provide money so that I can do the mission, then that's fine. What I think is important and imperative is for me to maximize all the time I have, because I really can't get time back, right? We're not given more time. I looked back at 2 days ago was the anniversary of my birth, 10/10 at 10:10 in the morning, and I don't tell people it's my quote-unquote birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Well, I wasn't happy on my birthday. My mom cried a lot and screamed. My dad wasn't there. Actually, he rushed. He was stuck in of a missile silo, and he rushed to get back to where I was. And he got there right after I was born. But was it a happy day? I'm sure the ramifications of the birth of me are still being felt. I mean, look at you. You're watching this. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. So, all that being said, I'm going to, in the future, I'm not making you a promise or New Year's resolution or anything, but my birth certificate says I'm 53, or my certificate of live birth, depending on which one you have. I have both. My driver's license said that I'm 53 now. I'm a Jew, so I worship the God of the Bible. It talks about in Revelation and Jeremiah and Isaiah that we're not as old as we're born. We are as old as we're conceived. So I celebrate the fact that I turned 54 the first week of January sometime. That's just me. But it is important to notate when you have large life celebrations that you do try to reflect and pontificate and do introspection upon yourself. Because I look out this front window and I can only see the things coming at me. When I look at the rearview mirror, I see the things in perfect hindsight in 2020. And so that's what I'm trying to do now. Number 1, dress a little better. Number 2, talk more on social media or de-social media or wherever this goes. And number 3, combine the things that I do into clumps so that I can maximize the time that I have left. Because I'm going to die. I'm dying. Oh no. We're all dying, and we're all moving in our own time machine at the same rate. I go a little bit slower. I've aged a little bit less quickly than my peers, except for my hair. It's gone. God did that to me at 21. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. That's a fact. But I do appear younger than I am. I feel younger than I am. I act and appear as though I'm 35, though I am 53, and that's interesting. It's very interesting to me. I'm perplexed at why my dad did that. One day I'll have a beard worthy to brag about, but for now I've got this silly thing. Isn't this silly? I think I should braid it. What do you think? Anyway, that's Polly Hart's little update at Sunday morning, 10-minute long update. You are blessed. Remember to bless others. Remember to minister to those in your life. And what is ministry? My good friend Keith Wheeler says all ministry is an overflow of the life lived in love for Jesus. And we know that is true from the idea of living water. Yeshua said to the woman at the well, I drink of me, you'll never thirst again. So living water is something that has a source in and is something that has a source out. So when you're living water, your cistern is full. Drink water from your own cistern. We know that our cistern is pure and the water that's going out is pure as well. So the water that's coming in is fresh. Water that's going out is pure. And so fresh and pure, and that's the overflow. And if somebody needs to take more than what's naturally flowing out, well, I'll just go get the gallon bucket and slop it over to him. Because Eleazar, he said, you know what? Send me the first woman who says, not only you will I water, but I'll water your camels also. You never know when you're an answer to prayer to someone else, right? So take that. Run with it. Have a great week, and you are blessed. Be blessed and not stressed.